Welcome to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast, your guide to future tech trends and innovation in a language you understand. Now, over to your host, Neil Hughes.
Welcome back to another episode of the Tech Blog Writer Podcast, and a very big thank you to David Erdman from Seattle, who recommends that I try a blue Hawaiian cocktail when I unwind in sunny Mexico in a few weeks. Well, David, you know me too well. In fact, possibly that well, I'm asking myself if you've been spying on my previous holiday pics, because that is one of my favourites to start the day before I move on to White Russians like the dude in The Big Lebowski, or an old-fashioned if I'm channeling my inner Frank Sinatra, of course. But keep those suggestions coming in, and I will raise my glass to you all. But on this Daily Tech podcast, I do enjoy joining forces with my listeners, where I like to think together we're tearing down those traditional geographical borders to work together and create a greater understanding of how technology is changing our world. After all, technology works best when it brings people together, right? Now, today's guest has left Copenhagen in Denmark and now resides in sunny Manhattan as the CEO of a company called FocusVision, which is one of the best kept secrets in tech. But make no mistake, they're the real deal. FocusVision appeared on my radar after winning a MarTech Award and working with some of the biggest brands in business, and they really seem to be making a difference. So I invited them on today to discuss how their customers such as eBay and P&G use its technology, and also discuss the general landscape of market research technology. So buckle up and hold on tight as I beam your ears all the way to New York so we can speak with Zlatko Vucetic, CEO of FocusVision. So a massive warm welcome to the show. Can you tell the listeners a little about who you are and what you do?
Sure. My name is Zlatko Vucetic. I'm a CEO of FocusVision, a leading data insights and research technology software company that has headquarters here in North America in the United States. I have experience in digital and growth strategy for both startups and enterprise clients across financial markets to healthcare over the last 15 years. I live in Manhattan, New York with my wife and my two daughters. We actually got a dog as well after we moved here last year. I spent a lot of my a lot of time over the last couple of years, specifically in working for the companies and with the companies that are in artificial intelligence and machine learning space. I was there at the forefront when the big data was kind of the big thing, and that kind of moved into becoming machine learning and artificial intelligence. So I've seen a lot of different business models, and I've seen a lot of different business models succeed in enabling the working with the data insights, and I've also seen a lot of business model where data-driven strategy is a part of their 2022 plan, but not really effectuated across the organization. And I think that is where the biggest disconnect is in the market today.
So FocusVision was established way back in 1992 and was the first company to live stream focus groups. And the company now offers premium tools to gather, analyse and share data for customer satisfaction surveys, brand tracking, focus groups, online communities, communications testings, NPS, product testing, and so much more. And this is what I found out about FocusVision. But can you help anyone listening understand exactly what problems you solve for your customers at FocusVision? And also, what makes you unique and stand out from the crowd?
Sure. So we were the first one, as you mentioned yourself, to live stream a focus group in the early years of World Wide Web. And since then, we've been a sort of catalyst for customer experience management. We've expanded our product portfolio significantly over the last couple of years. But to boil it down, I mean, we are a leading global SaaS and service provider of data insights analytics. We serve more than 2,000 customers, including enterprises in a variety of end markets, such as consumer, healthcare, and technology, in addition to all the leading market research agencies. So we work both with enterprise clients and agencies. Our proprietary software platforms enable clients to drive better decisions using insights developed for multiple sources. So not only streaming of focus groups, but everything in terms of video analytics, online and mobile surveys, and real-time reporting. So the way that our clients will use us, so for example, if I mention some of our clients and the way they use us is that, for example, Walmart uses our survey platform to collect feedback from its customer employees which allows them to drive actionable insights relating to customer experience and employee satisfaction. On the other side, we have companies that have been very traditional in using video analytics and video data collection. One of them is Eli Lilly, which was one of our pharmaceutical clients, that run all their qualitative interviews to our video software platform, and then what they do is they collect all the videos and they perform analytics through our video insights platform. So we started in one spectrum of market research, data insights technology, and we moved in embracing all of it through the survey platform as well. So right now we are the only one-stop shop in town that offers both the data collection through videos and data collection through survey software.
And I think it's also worth highlighting, as we record this episode today, I've noticed on Twitter that we have some breaking news where FocusVision, I believe, just won the MarTech Breakthrough Awards in Customer Experience Management. I mean, it sounds like a fantastic achievement, but can you tell me more about this award and what it means to you guys?
Well, I think for us it's extremely important. I think one thing that so first of all, there is something in terms of the way that market has changed over the last couple of years, is that I would say 5 years ago there was a pretty big Chinese walls between companies that were offering data collection and companies that were playing in the data analytics field. Those Chinese walls have been completely diminished. Clients expect one thing because they want to optimize on their customer experience and also make their big data actionable. So for us, achieving an award like that, it's first of all, we are honored and that we're actually being recognized, that we can offer solutions that can help our clients become better and faster in terms of the decision making. If we look at the product cycles that companies are going through, the products that they're launching have much shorter product life cycles, and they expect also faster feedback and faster change of their strategy. So us being able to provide them this has been extremely crucial, and us getting recognition for our ability to become one of the leading software providers in data analytics makes us very, very proud. Specifically because we've been able to shift slightly the perception in terms of our offering, but also moving more into the field of analytics.
And when I was researching you guys, I also discovered that FocusVision is trusted by 18 of the top 20 Fortune 100 companies and all of the top 10 healthcare and CPG companies, which is absolutely phenomenal. So can you tell me more about how your full spectrum of insights and analytics technology is actually helping companies like this manage customer experience? So
I think we're one of the best hidden secrets out there in terms of what we do and who we are. Today we are present in US, Europe, and Asia Pacific. We serve a blue chip customer base, including 75% of Fortune 100 clients, customers. We've serviced more or less all of the large pharmaceuticals. I would say most of the technology companies and all the companies within consumer packaged goods, such as Procter & Gamble and Walmart, etc. The way that our clients are using us is that, if I use an example of specifically one of our biggest clients, which is eBay, is that they not only use us for the surveying in terms of understanding how their clients are experiencing use with the platform, but they also use pretty much the in-depth qualitative part of the research data insights technology, where they're able to go in-depth in understanding each specific client and what their issues are in terms of using the platform. So that particular mix between the use of different data collection tools, both on the live video and through surveys, is giving them a better understanding of capturing the true voice of customers. They use the integrated approach to identify the key drivers of joy and frustration across the user experience, and in that case, both survey and the short probing video interview technique was used, assisting them to achieve stronger audience connections and better understand customer pain points. So if we look at the central, if we look at why this particular methodology is successful for our clients like eBay is that it gives them a better understanding on the sentiment behind the customer's opinion, but also brings the customer insights and stories to life for others in the organization and all the way up to their executive teams and boards, which makes it much more comprehensive in terms of why this is important and why this kind of data collection is a necessity for a company of that size.
So just to help the listeners paint a picture and visualise how you actually help businesses, can you tell me how you help customers such as eBay that you mentioned a few moments ago and P&G use your technology, or equally offer a use case of another client, just so people could picture how it is you help them?
So right now, sure. So the way that we offer a fully integrated product portfolio. We offer professional surveys for sophisticated researcher needs. So we have a survey tool that people will use to survey their clients, either to do the various customer satisfaction. They will do all kind of very sophisticated conjoint analysis and understanding the different choices that people are making in terms of creating a package for a particular product group or a target group. The second thing is we offer qualitative tools, which is the video data collection tools, both on social media, which we offer a platform called Revelation, which is a social and web-inspired platform that captures in the moment behaviors, emotions, and motivations. And then we also have our traditional streaming tool, where we actually stream focus groups and bring that data automatically to the end user and the viewer as well. So the way that our clients will utilize our products is across the product line is that they will launch a survey, and then based on the result that they're receiving, they will basically go in and create in-depth interviews with some of the respondents in order to understand the nuances in each individual respondent's behavior and reaction. And this is extremely important, especially when we speak about the big data and the actionability of the data, is that what we've seen is that the big data is great and you can create a lot of different models and triggers around the big data, but unless you understand the core of the client, meaning understanding their needs and their behavior, it becomes a very fragmented approach, and it's very, very difficult to create an actionable plan towards. So what we're doing is we're not only uncovering the big data samples and understanding the quantitative part of the big data, but we also deliver those true insights based on each single client's responses and behaviors.
I've got to ask, because you're working with so many big businesses, I mean, how have you seen the general landscape of market research technology continue to evolve in this digital world that we find ourselves in now? And also, what changes do you see on the horizon? So
the insights analytics market today, I believe, is based on different statistics that we've seen out there, is around $13 billion and experienced extremely rapid growth. We believe that growth is, as we see it, it's shifted extremely over the last couple of years, and there's three different areas which are the main drivers of change. So the first one is that there's a need for deeper and faster insights analytics. As I mentioned before, the product life cycle and the product launches have much shorter life cycle within a lot of industries. So achieving the faster data analytics is a must for most of the companies, regardless of the vertical. The second change that we've been seeing is the shift towards technology solutions. So a lot of companies out there are now looking into how do they basically bring all the technology solutions together. We've seen that in other industries as well, where there's a lot of overlap happening in having that one tool that can do everything in order to get that speed and faster insights as well. And the last thing, which is probably the biggest change that we've seen, is there's a growing adoption by enterprise customers using DIY solution. And the reason for that is they face shorter product cycles, increased customer experience, which means they're forced to utilize both DIY solutions on both of the qualitative and the quantitative side simultaneously. The insight space is moving in more and more towards online and mobile, and enterprises are increasing DIY usage for both speed and effectiveness. So right now we are benefiting quite well from the strong industry tailwinds, specifically the one that's based on the change of the preference of the client. So in the past, a lot of the enterprise clients will go out and outsource the projects out to research agency. That might still be the case in some of the work, but they've also realized that it's much more cost effective to bring the technology in-house and have a couple of people working on that and get the same results. So the data collection part is becoming much more cost effective, and I think that trend is going to continue. The part that will still stay intact is what do you actually do with data and how do you create it actionable. So that's why you're seeing a lot of the rise of a lot of the companies that are primarily positioned within the market research or space as well, and that's why there's also a bigger need for that pivoting towards the analytics part as well, which is something that we're pretty much focused on in our roadmap as well.
A few moments ago, we did speak about you being entrusted by 18 of the top 20 Fortune 100 companies. But I'm curious, out of those customers, what kind of problems are they coming to you and asking for your help with? And are there any particular themes or trends that leaders are trying to overcome?
I think the general trends, the general trend that they're trying to solve is really understanding their clients. I think for a lot of if we break down that to being a one single element of why is it important to utilize FocusVision. The other things in terms of some of the specific things and the reasons why they're coming to us is that they really want to understand how they bring the voice of customer towards the entire organization and also almost to the board as well, so people can really understand what the customers are saying about the products and making changes based on that. We also do a lot of traditional work for our clients based on their needs. So everything from customer satisfaction trackers to brand trackers to NPS. This is something that we also enable through our product portfolio.
So out of those examples, I mean, how's your technology helping businesses turn these emerging challenges that you're increasingly seeing and helping them create opportunities with that?
We provide them speed. I think the speed, as I mentioned this couple of times in our discussion here, speed is of essence in terms of bringing something very, very fast to the market, but also being able to react to any positive/negative changes that the client perceive in terms of the product. So that's something that we've been able to deliver. As I also mentioned, we are also the only provider of qualitative and quantitative data insights technology, which means that we give a more of overall pictures to our clients in terms of how what the market is saying in terms of their products and their delivery as well. One of the most important thing that's happened is, I think, today, if you look at the business climate where growth is highly dependent on providing great customer experience, it's important to have an accurate understanding on overall feelings and attitudes, especially about your brand and your products, and this is where we need to be able to offer the needs. I think one of the things one of the reasons why the big data the trend didn't really achieve the full promise that everybody was expecting. Everybody wanted to build a new Amazon, and people have failed at doing that. It's because a lot of the data that enterprise clients are sitting on is not really actionable, or they don't know how to make it actionable. So this is something that we really try to provide our clients, is how do we get to those nuances in the conversations and the experiences the clients are having with their brands or their products or their companies, and how do you actually address that immediately.
Well, you've had a fantastic start to the week with the MarTech Breakthrough Awards in Customer Experience Management, like we said early on in the show. But moving forward, I mean, what's next for FocusVision? Is there anything else that you can share with us today?
Yes. So I think one of the things that we are really rapidly increasing is our investment in data analytics. We are bringing We're trying to see if we can turn up our model slightly upside down, not only by offering analytics, but also figuring out how we can even deliver some of the services faster to our clients. We've been looking at various machine learning initiatives across our product line. We know that live video, the data collection through video and unstructured data is going to be something that's going to be a high growth part of our product portfolio. So we've invested in our video analytics capabilities, where we will be able to bring products to the market within the near future that have artificial intelligence embedded, meaning that you will not need to dissect the long hour videos where your clients are giving, but you will be able to get those insights very, very fast through our video analytical tool. The second thing that we're actually looking at is that we have one of the most sophisticated survey platforms out there, and we're sitting on a lot of data. We process a lot of surveys on a daily basis. So one thing that we tried to kind of realize earlier this year is that what do we do with this knowledge? We're sitting with the knowledge that's been aggregated for the last 10 years. So one thing that we're doing now is we're trying to build out a model. It's almost it's something that's going to be commercialized and launched to the market later this year. So there's a little bit of embargo on that one as well. But basically what we're trying to do is to create a self-learning survey, which basically will take a survey that normally would take you 5 hours to build if it's very, very complex, to 10 minutes. And the way that you do it is you build a machine learning model that will go in and predict how do you build actually the best survey. So it's almost going to be like checking the boxes off and then just launching something instead of building something from scratch. This is something that's completely revolutionizing, but this is the only reason why we've been actually able to build this is because we sit with a lot of experience and actually have seen all the best practices without building the best customer feedback solutions.
Well, a huge thank you for coming on today. But before I do let you go, could I just ask that you remind the listeners of where they can find you guys online, and also maybe reach out and contact a member of your team if they have any questions over our conversation today?
Sure. You can visit us at FocusVision.com. We have presence in most of the countries around the world, and we speak many languages and can have a dialogue in many languages as well. We have offices primarily in the United States, but we're also located in London as well, in a lovely building. So that's it.
Excellent. Well, this year there's been a lot of talk about how experience is now more important than the product itself. So I love how you guys are using analytics technology, which helps companies manage customer experience through these online focus groups. And also you've had a fantastic week this week, so congratulations on that. But more than anything, just a big thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having me, Neil. I appreciate it.
Once again, so many big talking points from today's show. And a big congratulations, of course, to the team for winning that MarTech Breakthrough Award. And for me, it really was truly fascinating to hear real customer use cases from huge companies such as eBay, and how market research can be used in a variety of industries such as healthcare, retail, HR, and so many others. So I really do wish the team well on their mission to democratise market research, especially given that critical shortage of data scientists out there at the moment. But if you work in the industry, do you have anything additional to add? As always, you can email me at techblogwriter@outlook.com or tweet me at Neil C. Hughes. So keep those emails, keep those tweets coming in. And we've also got some pretty big names coming on this podcast soon. And I also find myself recording 12 episodes a week at the moment, just to try and cover me when I go on holidays. But more than anything, I just want to give a big thank you for each and every one of you for listening to the show today. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow. But until next time, don't be a stranger.
Thanks for listening to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast. Until next time, remember, technology is best when it brings people together.